what I first thought of is sort of what is success, all right? So let's look at that. So what is success? Is it achieving your goals? Is it being happy? Is it having stuff, right? So everybody has a sort of a different definition of what success means. And maybe it's a combination of all those things. For me, it's a combination of all those things, but I know that, the number one thing is that when I achieve my goals, if set correctly, okay, I have a lot of other things that are ancillary items to my goals, okay? So I really thought that it's important that we look at, what it is about goals that make things tick, okay? And that can really help you to make a difference between, making no money in Tryp and making a lot of money in Tryp, or for that matter, making a lot of money in your life if that's one of your goals, or traveling, or time freedom, or whatever it is, okay? And I say right here, so you hopefully, if you achieve your goals, you hopefully get in life what's important to you. And why do I say hopefully? Because a lot of times people will set goals that are the wrong goals for themselves. Okay, if you guys, as you're coming on, please just go ahead and mute yourself. So someone just came on with the 510 area code. If you can just mute yourself, that'd be great, okay? So, if you have your goals set correctly and they're definitely, in alignment with who you are, and you achieve them, then, hopefully the goal is that you're happy, okay? That you get happiness, okay? Or you get stuff. Okay, so, and the last one is maybe you get time freedom, or maybe you get a combination of all those things. So, when set correctly and, attacked correctly, broken down correctly, okay, and part of this is and I'm not getting into do you know yourself, and do you have your own, your goals aligned with your values, is the way I kind of look at life. Are my values aligned with what I want to achieve in my life? And my values are actually right above my screen. I see them every single day. And there's 5 values to my life. It's fun, freedom, exciting, comfort, and inspiring. Those are my values of who Bill Crosby is. Okay, so when I set goals, I need to make sure that my goals align with those 5 values for who I am. And to get to those 5 values was a whole number of exercises that I did in order to understand, who I am and what makes me tick, okay? So I'm more specifically talking about, not about values, okay, that's a whole other story, right? But, your goals, and do they align with who you are as a person, okay? So whatever that is, okay? So we're gonna play a little game. There's 5 of us, there's 4 of you guys. I already know the answer to this, okay? There's 4 of you guys on the call. Okay, one has recently seen some of this, so we'll see if he remembers what this is. I want you guys to guess, okay, by going through the chat, okay, what percent of people who set written goals. Okay, so what's the percent of people who set written goals? Is it 40%? Is it 20%? Is it 3%? Or is it 1%? Go. And you can unmute yourself and just say, here's what I think it is.
3%.
20%, Bob.
Jarrett? Del? Come on, you guys. Active participation here, guys. All right, so somebody said in the chat here, unfortunately, can't pull up the darn chat. What's the chat say for them? Did
3.
You guys send it directly to me? 3? Del, you said 3?
Yeah, I said 3.
Okay, Jarrett, what'd you say? Because I can't pull up the chat, unfortunately. The screen takes over. Jarrett, what'd you say?
Oh, I said 1%.
1? Okay. The answer is 3%. Okay, that's the percent of people who set written goals. That means 97% of the people do not set written goals. Okay, so now this one's one that I know that Stacy does not know, okay, because he recently learned this stuff with me and he knows it already, I'm sure. Is the percent of people who achieve goals when written. Is it 70%? Is it 50%? Is it 30%? Or is it 10%? Unmute since I can't get to the chat.
10%.
Bob says
10%.
10% by Dell as well.
30%.
Jared, 30. Stacy, how about you?
You know what? It sounds crazy, but I'd guess 70% if they write them down.
It is 50%. Okay, so the studies show that the people who write their goals down, 50% of those people achieve their goals. All right? I found that to be pretty surprising myself. And I'm like, wow, okay? So here's what it comes down to. Do you want to differentiate yourself from the other 97% of people who don't write their damn goals down, right? 97% don't write their goals down, okay? 92% of people never achieve a New Year's Eve resolution. 92%. These are people who like, hell and high water, I'm going to get this done. 92% don't achieve it. Okay?
Wow.
I don't know what percentage of those people actually write them down. Probably 3%, right? So pretty bad, right? Okay. Of the people who wrote their goals down, 50% achieve them. Does anybody want to guess what this next bullet point's going to be?
Of the 50%, what get anything done? Oh, there you go.
Write your goals down. Okay. This is, I mean, so, you know, Timothy Ferriss talks about this all the time. You have to differentiate yourself with the other 97% of the people in order to get stuff done. We hear 80-20 all the time. 80-20 is bullshit, guys. It's bullshit. It's 97-3. Okay? That's the actual number. Okay? Those 3%, and it's actually 4% of the population, owns 99% of the wealth. Okay? 4% of the population. You think those folks write their goals down? Damn right they do. Okay? Damn right they do. Okay? If you're not writing your goals down, you're planning to fail. Period. Okay? You're the 97%. That's who you are. If you don't have your goals written down right now, if they're not sitting up on your mirror right now, welcome to the 97% they're going to fail. Okay? That's the way it is. Okay? I learned this a long time ago, and once I started writing down my goals, I started achieving my goals. Financially, health-wise, everything. It's all written down. I see it every single day. Why do I work out every day? Because I have it written on my mirror up in my bathroom. Work out every day. I work out every day. That's what I've got written down. I work out every day. That's what I do. All right? It's a goal. All right? So goals need to be worked on daily. So write them down and put them on your mirror so you see them every single day. Okay? Every morning. This is what I do. This is my process. I recommend you do this. I wake up a little bit early. I like to go sit with a big glass of water, of ice cold water. And I like to look at my goals. I have them on my phone and I read them. And I remind myself what is important in my life to me. Okay? It's a very good practice. Okay? All rich people do this, guys. Trust me. I've talked to a lot of rich people. They all do this. Okay? You're going to need to chunk your goals into daily activities and hold yourself accountable because nobody else will. Nobody. You're the only one. You're the stopgap. Okay? So how does this work? I'm going to break it down for you, chunking out a goal. Let's say I have a goal to get 10 drivers under me in the next 90 days. Okay, that's a pretty achievable goal. I think you'd all agree. If you're watching this after the fact, okay, that's not a huge, like, unachievable goal. It's pretty darn easy, I would say, okay? But what does it take in order to get to that goal, okay? That is one new driver every 10 days. That's what the goal is, okay? So now I'm starting to break it down, okay? One new goal, one new driver every 10 days, all right? And let's say we have a 10% close rate, all right? So that means that for every 10 drivers I speak to, one signs up to drive for Tryp. Okay, is everybody following me on the math here? So chunking this goal out, I need to speak to one driver per day. Okay, that's one driver. That's all I'm asking for. Okay, I'm chunking this out. Make it easy. Okay, one driver today. So I now need to ask myself a question. How can I speak to one driver per day? And that becomes my new goal. Okay, how can I speak to one driver a day? How do I make that happen? Okay, so I could take a ride somewhere every single day. That would be a way to do it. Now, you guys are on this call, you guys are all drivers, so this should be super easy for you, okay? Anybody who's watching this on YouTube thereafter and that kind of stuff, you might be going, hey, never thought of that. I could just take a ride every day. I could take a $5 ride every day, okay? We talk about this, David Mata and I have talked about this, the $50 strategy, okay? If I take 10 rides that are $5 each and I close one of those, I make $50. Okay, so that is a really good strategy. Okay, you got to be, good at what you're doing. Maybe you'll close 2 out of 10, right? Now you got $100. Now you're making money. Okay, but I could have somebody come to my house, pick me up, who happens to be a driver. Okay, part of my goal here. Okay, and take me somewhere. $5. All right. I could engage in conversation on forums. Okay, there's tons and tons of driver forums. Okay, I wouldn't want to go in there and say, oh, Tryp, because they're just going to kick me out, right? But I could engage people in conversation. I could be talking to drivers in conversation, helping them out, okay? And at the same time, introducing in a very ethical, well-done way this awesome company, all right? I could run ads on Google, Facebook, and Instagram. Okay, I could run ads. Okay, what else can you do to talk to one driver per day if this goal sounds like it's achievable to you? If it sounds like something you might go, hey, Bill, this is kind of like resonating with me. All right, this is why I wrote this way. I'm hoping it resonates with you. All right, I'm hoping it does. Okay, but it's a matter of you asking yourself, okay, how could I do that? If I'm buying in on this goal that Bill's talking about, okay, and I came up with something really small, really, really simple, okay, on purpose, okay, how could I do that? What else could I do, okay? So the goal here is to find a path and do it 100%. All right, I already said, you're the only one who's going to be able to hold yourself accountable on this. Nobody is going to push you but you. Okay, I can't push you. Nobody else can do it. Okay, it's only you. You're the boss. All right? And you don't want to wait for me or anyone else to tell you what to do as well. Okay, I get people contacting me all the time. Yeah, what should I do? Like, I don't know. What's your goals? What do you want to do? Don't ask me. You're the one who's the boss of you. Okay, I'm not the boss of you. Okay? But here's the deal. Action. Okay? Pick something and try it. You have nothing to lose here. Okay, pick something and try it, okay? And I guarantee you, if you do nothing, you will have nothing. That's a guarantee, 100%. I can guarantee you, you do nothing, you will have nothing, you've achieved it, okay? You've achieved nothing, okay? Action is the best possible thing you can have in anything in life, okay? There are many times where I am doubting what I'm doing, like, this isn't gonna work, this is stupid. But I'm going to do it anyhow because action brings me experience. Experience makes me smarter. Being smarter makes me more effective at what I'm doing, and I continue to fail forward on my goal. Okay, so that's a big difference. Okay, a lot of people who sit back in what they call analysis paralysis. You guys have probably heard this before. Oh, I'm going to think about this and then never do anything. Okay. The person who's in analysis paralysis will never make a dime with what they're trying to achieve, okay? The person who takes action, okay, will succeed. That's the way it works, okay? You get better at it, you get stronger, faster, more lean, smarter, okay? You figure things out, okay? And that's the reason I do so much testing. It's the reason I'm constantly looking for new ways to interact with drivers, okay? Because I get this. Important, okay? Action, all right? So my question to you is, okay, this is a quick training today, okay? Are you ready? All right? Are you ready? Okay, do something, okay? Find something. Take action. Simple, okay? Very. So let me Go ahead and stop the slides.